morning, my name is Rear Admiral Neil Morizetti and I'm here in Japan as the UK Climate and Energy Security Envoy, representing the Ministry of Defence, the Foreign and Commonwealth Office and the Department of Energy and Climate Change. I've come to Japan to get a better understanding of how Japan sees the issues of climate security and energy security, but also to offer the UK perspective of why we see this as a potential threat to our national interests and those of other countries around the world, and therefore why we need to take action. I've had a variety of meetings while I've been here with politicians, with academics, with think tanks, with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Defence, and I have spoken here at the British Embassy on climate change as why it's a security issue. From a UK perspective, we see that climate change has a potential not necessarily to start fights and conflicts, but to make the likelihood of it more greater. In other words, it would be a threat multiplier or a stress multiplier. And it will multiply the stresses in the parts of the world where we're already seeing global stress. Food shortages, water shortages, health problems, energy shortages, demographic challenges. And there's a band of countries that runs from Central and Southern America through Africa, Middle East, Indian subcontinent and into Southeast Asia, where already those stresses are prevalent, and in many cases, but not all, the countries' governments have challenges in meeting the security of their citizens because of a lack of capacity and resilience. Climate change could add to their problems, and already we've seen conflicts in the past in those countries, and we may see it in the future. Also running through that band are the world's trade routes, and that means that it affects all of us. We need to be sure that we have secure supplies of goods in our countries, whether it be food, products, washing machines, such, or energy. Both Japan and the United Kingdom are trading nations and very much dependent on those trade routes. Whilst climate change poses a security issue, addressing that and reducing the risk to national security requires all of us to take action, both in the context of adaptation, to adapt to what's already happening in the climate change, and mitigation in order to prevent further changes. In the United Kingdom, our objective is very much one of keeping the temperature rises to no more than 2 degrees centigrade compared with pre-industrial times, as we believe then we're able to contain the effects of climate change. We also need to recognise, though, that it may result in more extreme weather events, and increased intensity and frequency of such events, and that means that we in the military may find ourselves being more involved in humanitarian activity or in helping to try and build some of the capacity and resilience in those countries I've described as potentially at risk from climate change. My discussions in Japan have indicated to me that climate change is an issue that people recognise, and Japan is playing its part in the world like other countries. At the moment, their negotiators are at Cancun, and they have set targets to reduce their emissions. There are opportunities for us to work closer together, particularly in the military, and we can do our research and development, and to get a better understanding of where exactly in the world that the effects are most likely to be felt, and how we must help build that capacity. Because this is a threat that is not dealt with just by defence, it's dealt with by all government departments, and we need to work together. So overall, this has been a very useful and a very informative visit to Japan. Thank you.